the flatratemaster, and well, apparently slow times are here. Now, I don't know if this is a trend. I don't know if this is long-term. All I know is I heard a lot of shop owners and technicians complain about a very sharp drop-off in work. And, well, how do we deal with it? Well, I'm not going to get into the shop owners and SEO and yada, yada, yada. Shop owner groups, you deal with that. Now, where I'm going with this is as a technician, whether you're flat rate, hourly with bonus, we're going to go from the technician's point and dealing with slow times. Now, I've talked about it many times. You need to have emergency money, whether you're get hurt, your flat rate and times are slow, hourly, you get sent home, etc., etc. You need to have a cushion. And depending on your income, varies. Put it in short-term CDs or money markets or whatever. Have the ability to get that money so you can quickly pay bills, live. Shouldn't be that way, but unfortunately, when times are tough, a lot of shops either let the flat rate techs starve, send the hourly techs home. That's the thing about is being a tech, especially a flat rate tech. All you can do is maximize your possibilities of getting work with the limited number of cars coming in during slow times. After that, there's not much you can do. You're relying on the shop to provide you work, just the way of the world. Improve yourself. If it's slow, don't pull out your phone, start playing video games, get on YouTube, go watch Scanner Danner, go watch Mario, go watch, any of the YouTubers out there that do training videos. Watch and learn. Sign up for the World Pack classes. Do stuff to keep your mind in the automotive realm. The more you distract yourself with, watching Fallout or, Oppenheimer, is distracting you from what you are there for, fixing cars. We all know when times get slow, you'll be sitting there, and all of a sudden you'll have 4 cars to look at. You're sitting there watching, an interesting movie. Do you really want to go pull that car in and, look it over thoroughly? No. But if you're looking at Scanner Dan or diagnosing a car and you're like, oh, okay, cool. I got something to do. I can look. It'll keep you more motivated to actually looking that car over, whether you're hourly or flat rate. It'll keep your mind in the game rather than kind of giving up. It's one of the biggest things I see happen with a lot of flat rate techs, especially, is when they're having a bad week, they will kind of just give up and say their week's effed and just kind of give up. You got to keep pulling. And keeping your mind on the automotive field will keep you focused on when that next car comes in, you're going to do a good job writing it up. Now, every car needs to be thoroughly checked out. If your car counts severely down, check out every car as thoroughly as you can. Double checking all the filters, etc., etc. Actually physically checking the filters, every filter, even if it's there for a, flat tire. Do a thorough inspection of the vehicle. Every vehicle you get, write up 100% of what it needs. And please note, I said of what it needs. Don't be going down the route of writing up frivolous stuff just to write it up because you need money. It's just not worth it. Sleep at night. Write up what a car needs. Make sure your definition of needing a repair is sufficient to prove it. If you have like seepage on a oil pan, don't write it up as a gushing leak. Write it up as seepage. Be honest, but write it up. Now, whether or not the sales team sells 100% of the work is usually not going to happen. I mean, regardless of how good your sales team are, chances are a sales team's not selling 100% of needed work on every car. Probably very little of that actually happens. But at least give them the opportunity to sell it by writing it up. It's really important. You always do that, whether it's slow times or not. You should always write up a car for 100% of its needs. I did a whole video about the 300 rule. My problem with the 300 rule is 9 times out of 10, it's a lot of wasted time for a tech, because 9 times out of 10, the service writer is just not. I've literally listened to several sales calls from service writers where they did not bring up 100% of the concerns. That's one of my issues with the 300 rule, is it's rarely applied to anybody but, techs. But I digress. But you should be doing that anyway, simply because your job as a technician is to look over the vehicle, thoroughly inspect it, and address the issues that vehicle has. Past that, again, you're dependent on the sales staff, but at least you're doing your job to your best of your ability, trying to keep the shop busy, whether it's hourly and you're just trying to keep yourself at work, or you're flat right and you're actually trying to make a paycheck. I know there'll be a lot of people in the comments, that's why flat rate needs to die. That's not part of this discussion. This is just dealing with slow times. So that's a different discussion. And that's why flat rate with a guarantee is a good thing. But anyway, I digress again. Keep your mind in the game. Don't let your mind go off and live in fantasy world. Stay in the game. So that next car comes in, you might hit that home run. Every flat rate tech out there is sitting there when they see that next ticket going, hopefully this will be 10 hours. Hopefully this will be 12 hours. Not, it's just an oil change on. Every flat rate out there that is still motivated will be wanting to hit a home run on the next car. Obviously, look at the car thoroughly, but don't rip people off. Don't be like that. As always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.